Or is that what's going to cause a crash? Alright, it looks like I can get YouTube on as well. Alright. I I really am getting frustrated by this because I don't know what's causing it. Alright, let's shut that down. Drag it there. Alright. Let me get Swaggo on. I mean, that took 15 minutes. At least it wasn't as long as the other day, but man, oh man. Okay. Let me make sure the audio's right, otherwise I'm going to be booming some music at you. I heard something then. Cadabug, was that? Hello again. Or it might have been just the first one that's just come through. Alright, so it looks like I need to do that. 65, 45. Let's try this. 60, 60. I don't know what it is with these controls. They're so fiddly. There we go. Try that. All right. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'll admit that was a curveball that just got thrown at me, but I'm doing all right, Kate. I hope you're doing all right yourself. Right. Let's get some music on. Just try it out. Oh, my PC's bloody fighting against me today, I tell you. It doesn't help that we've even got that crackle as well. All right. I think we're going in a good direction. Bloggo has taken a lifetime to load up, but we are going in a good direction. I'm just sort of flicker out the corner of my eye, and I'm like, are you actually working or you're not? Like, why is there a black square? Yeah, Swagger's crashed. Surely. We'll get there. I thought to myself, I'm going to be on good behaviour, as it were. And before the stream started, I was going to do some editing, or at least, you know, get a video ready for my Marvel Snap channel. Yeah, it hasn't worked out well. I'm worried I'm going to crash. Yeah. Alright, I think it might have actually just settled down. Like, I don't know what the hell was going on then. Like now I can just see like my frame rate dropping. Maybe that helped? The thing is, right, I've got an idea of what's causing some of my issues, and you probably caught a glimpse of it. It's all of this. OBS browser page, OBS browser page. And essentially, it's like all the overlays. So I think I just need to tidy my streaming setup up. But, yeah. Doing it is another thing. Alright, so let's try and launch the game again. Let's see if I can get in and do my fleet battles. Even though GAC is my main aim, right now I would just like to be able to get the game open. Might need to rephrase that follower thing. As much as I would like to do a giveaway, I'm not really in a position to do it right now, so I may have to rephrase that as like a bonus stream or something. A celebration stream. Alright, come on. Okay, so I know I was having it on Friday, Rayrock. Essentially, whenever I hit start streaming, it just crashes my OBS. Now, I tried it just streaming to YouTube, and it was okay. But as soon as I started on Twitch, it caused the issue. So I don't really know what the best solution is, because it could be like you say, maybe it's a Twitch thing. But I don't know. Rank 9, that's not too bad. I mean, if it is a Twitch thing, then hopefully it'll just go away. But if it is an OBS thing, then I've just got to tidy up my setup. I mean, I tried doing it just while we're having a few of those crashes, but yeah. Little misplay there. My internet should be fine. I know I've got, I think it's 1,000 megabits or something. So, you know, it's pretty high speeds, uploads and downloads. think my main concern is literally if it's OBS. Only because that's a pain in the backside to fix. I can't be the only one who wants an easy solution sometimes. So I can only assume that's in there to try and counter profundity or something, because I'm not really sure why else should have it there. Right, I think I need to just tweak my audio a little bit. Right, I've just lowered down the music a little bit, because... yeah, I was thinking to myself, I couldn't really tell what I was saying. I'm trying to land on a very specific percentile on this bar thing. It's so irritating. They've changed it in the last 6 months. And it's like here, I just can't land on 45. For some reason, it wants to go to 46. Not the biggest thing, but... for someone who's got like a bit of a fixation on getting it right, it's like, that's very frustrating. Alright. Just while we're waiting, we've got 6 and a bit minutes. We can cash this in. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. Our opponent hasn't attacked, that's something. Exactly, yeah. I think... I don't know anyone who would be like, yeah, I want it at 43%. You know, like you there, it's 2, 5, 8 or 0. I think even 8 for me is like... I tend to be 5s and 0s mainly. Like, I do have a thing on my Stream Deck for trying to control it, but with the software having an update very recently, I haven't reconfigured it. So I don't really trust it to do it. That's why I've started doing it manually. I really need to just sit down during this Conquest week and just fix my Stream Deck. Or at least get it back to how it was. Anything in here? Nope. Gonna say we've done that. And we've done that. Well, I might as well just update people on what I've been doing. So, we've got a 5-star R5. It's a bit like this. It's not like doing me much in Colosseum, but it's still progress. As far as like what I'm farming right now, oh, I didn't realize I got Val Shards. Hey! I'll take a free upgrade. A remod is due, by the way. So yeah, yeah, that really distracted me. I wasn't expecting an upgrade. We did Darkside Ray. She is now Relic 9. I'm working on Vayne. Vayne is R8. I want to take him to R9. And then I also don't know what I'm going to do next. I probably will take Inquisitor Barris to R6 next, just so that she's done. We'll try and get Jules End Darth Vader before the Maul event goes. Oh, okay, so it's essentially for the middle ground. I get that, yeah. I think for myself, I'm that kind of used to having everything sort of work automatically from how it was before, that I'm still trying to adapt to this new layout they've got. I mean, before, it was pretty much like how this will look. Like, before it was just like a bunch of bars, you know, and you could just slide them up and down, and it was straightforward. But then they've expanded it to like this in the past, like I say, 6 months. And it is good because it's what's allowing me to do like normal music, if you like, on Twitch, but then YouTube's got like the copyright free stuff. So it is pretty cool, but on the flip side, it's like, and that's just for when I'm doing YouTube videos. But yeah, it's like, it just kind of wants a little bit of refinement on it, and I'm just going to have to knuckle down and do it one day. I think that's the trickiest thing for me, just taking a beat and saying, you know what, I need to actually work on something. Alright, R10. 2 out of 4 reinforcements, so they're not doing what Royal, I think, does. I think Royal does the scimitar cheese where it comes in first. Alright, just while I'm having a little, well, I say a break, but while we haven't got a round on, let's just show you what my opponent's got. They are making me fret with this. Am I still online? Can I be heard? Okay, that's good. At least I can be heard. 1 second. Okay, it's like it's lost a source here. You know what? If that's the case, fine. We'll just go to this screen again. Okay. Genuinely, this is giving me like, it's just stressing me in terms of like, can we just not do all this with the like weird things going on? Free from meetings again, Sam. Nice to have you back, man. Yeah, my PC's giving me panic attacks here. Alright, so can't be asked trying to set up that scene while we've got all these issues, so let's just go through what we got here. Let's have a gander. I haven't actually previewed this guy, so I'm going in blind myself. They've got GP advantage, 14.9. 2 more Zetas than me. I've got 7 more GAC Omicrons. I've got 45 more 25 pluses. What is it? 25, 32 more 20 pluses I've got. They're ahead on the 15s. I'm ahead on the offense and defense mods. They've got... Can I just skip this track? I think it might... I don't know if it'll help switching track. They've got 3 Relic 10s, more Relic 9s and 8s. I've got more 7s, 5s and below. They've got more 6s. Yeah, exactly. It's just really annoying. I couldn't actually think what I was saying. More Decrons. They've got Ray. Darth Revan. I'm guessing couple Ugnaught as the other Relic 10. Okay. Gonna be an interesting round, let's say that, because with no preparation, I am really going in blind. Gotta love that message from the guild chat. PB and Conquest incoming. That impending doom on the horizon. Yeah, I've got to shoot from the hip a little bit, sadly. I mean... Oh, I wouldn't mind, but yesterday... I was just locked down doing some videos for my other two channels. And yeah, it was just... I just didn't get time to look at my opponent. Yeah, let's do that. It seemed to go well last time, Sam, from what I saw. I obviously only put glimpses in your chat, but it did seem like things seemed to go well with the overflow you had. Two missed stars. Have we... Yeah, we're on track. Sorry, I was just thinking if we'd done the hangar. Oop. I really hope this lag can settle down before we go in. Yeah. For what it's worth, Sam, I completely understand you there. I mean, you'd have thought moving people who wanted to be more active in from JM to DH, you'd think it would be at least a part of a problem solver. Oh, well done, Mal. I think I saw in my alliances chat one of them have got 51 stars. I don't know if I'm misremembering that, but I was like, oh, you jammy so-and-sos. Well, I say jammy, you know, they're probably putting a lot of effort into it, you know what I mean, though. Can I actually see it? Oop. Maybe not the best idea I've got in terms of trying to find something when we've got issues. I can't see it. Again, I'm sure I saw a post for it, but things it could be... Yeah, I'm still on May the 4th, so this is way back. Oh, here we go, here we go. So it's someone in more. But yeah, 51 stars. Couldn't tell you which one of the Moors it is. But pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, if anything, you think about all the Relic 9s you've got to do to get the operations up and running. Yeah, you've got to make sure you're then contributing in CMs. It's not straightforward. I mean, as tiresome as PvE can be at times, I feel like it's more of a driver for me than PvP at times, because I don't know why, but I just love chasing that goal. Like, don't get me wrong, I always want to do well in my grand arenas and all that lot, but it's like, PW, okay, cool, you know, we got the win. You know, actually, that was actually pretty cool in terms of how it got there. Alright, I wasn't actually trying to go on the board, I was trying to show guild events, which I'm guessing is over here now. I've got no way of showing it, have I? Not really. But yeah, it's just that thing of, you know, it'd be nice to keep pushing up a little bit. I mean, I think my guild here is at 45. So you just think, all right, if you can keep chipping away at a star, it feels like you're just making some progress on something. Whereas, you know, TW just winning, you know, losing, you know, it's like, whatever. The raid, I mean, this guild and the one I was in before both hit max crate, so it's like, okay, you know, pretty comfortable there now. So yeah, for myself, it's like the only thing really to push me is TB. Oh, I've just seen what you said, so I'm sorry. 29 blue signal data and you can R7 3PO and get Jabba. That will be pretty solid for you. I mean, Jabba's just great for the mod event, if anything. I mean, how far am I off with Vane? That new node has been quite nice. Oh yeah, with a fair bit of blue off, but we can get some Aeromax. Imagine if we could convert training droids into signal data. I think we'd all go up like a million GP.
We have a supporter here. We have a supporter. Thank you for supporting JJ's Productions. Thank you.
Gustavo, thank you for the subscription, man. I've got to admit, that took me very much by surprise, so, hello there. A little bit louder than I thought it was going to be. Mole, would be nice if they included some of the new stuff in the platoons. Painful to go and R9 Kira, Vandal, Chewie, and Rogue One for high-level planets. I do agree there. I suppose the only counterpoint is, yes, you're doing them for the operations, maybe the odd CM, but you're not then having to use them in the CMs for the majority, you know what I mean? I think for me, let me just go in my squads. So like, well, skip the first 3 days. Day 4, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, okay, Dathomir, that's okay. I feel like that's alright on Castle, so I'm not too worried there. Same with that. I need to build up my Jabba team so they can do Castle a bit more consistently. So I've got to put Chrysanthemum on my to-do list. Oosh. Ideally, I'd like to contribute to that SM, so I'd want to do Kira and L3 to R8. It's a bit like what you've just said. It's not one I really want to do, but I mean, L3 at R8 isn't bad, is she? You know, it's just not nice. Local, I think we're doing okay. Well, I'm doing okay on. And then it's the Mandalorians, and yeah, just looking at that, I'm pretty sure I've heard that Enoch's army helps out. So I'd be tempted to do that, because then I could also use it on some of the older planets, just to make missions a bit easier. So yeah, I'm tempted to go down that road. And this is something I haven't actually heard mentioned, but it is in my head. We have had the Zepho missions sort of mapped out for a while, but with Ezra now about to get nerfed, I mean, my assumption would be, let me just try and find the bit. Here we go. At the start of Ezra's turns, he gains 2 stacks of resilient defense, and the first time Ezra is exiled, enemies can't assist or attack again if their attack is targeting Ezra. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing that both of those are claused by if all allies are Spectre. So he's going to have to be moved from there, really, isn't he? I mean, sure, it'll help out if you're doing an Ahsoka team, but it feels like, okay, now we're going to have to rework out things like how to do that. At least if you don't want to do Cal's lead army or something. You're planning on your new Rey team being L3 instead of Ezra, so Rey, GK, Ben, Sortie, and L3. I kind of like the sound of that. I mean, what I did here was that, let me get this right. I think it was Ray, Ben, Barris, GK. Forgot who the third one is. Cal. Cal was the other one. Apparently that is quite tough still, even without Ezra, so yeah. Yeah, I remember Scarif. I have not gone near it, but I kind of want to go near it just for the fact... I don't know why, there's something in me that thinks, right, if I've got the Scarif, then I feel like I have to do the Rogue One Toonstyle R9 just because, you know, it's like, we've got to do it. It's like doing Darth Vader to R9 for the Death Star. You've been waiting that long to get there. Yeah, I feel like Barris is an odd one in that, especially with the Datacron sets right now, it makes sense to have it with the Stranger, but there might be room to move her around still. I mean, how many times has CG said, right, we plan for the team to go with this tune to be X, Y, Z, whatever. But then people go, no, we don't want that, we're going to do our own thing. You know, so it wouldn't surprise me if, even though Barris has sort of been locked into Stranger for now, maybe it'll be moved a little bit afterwards. I mean, I say it's been locked in, it's not like locked in, is it? You know, I bet there are people still doing like GK or something. Okay, so these expire in 2 days. I mean, I'm a little bit sad that the IG one's going to go. The Maul one, I'm curious how the team will perform when that isn't around. Similar with the Darth Vader Jules End one. I haven't really faced enough of these to... Well, okay, I've seen a bit of the stats on the Yoda and Chewie Cron, but I've only seen bits and bobs of the others, so I'm not too worried about them going. And I haven't really seen... Okay, maybe I've seen a bit of the Moff Gideon Cron, but that's about it. So, yeah. I feel like I'm trying to do well here, by the way, Maul. I'm trying to take your advice. I've formed enough blank DCs, if you like, and I've got the focused ones ready, so I'm just waiting for the materials now. I'm just gobsmacked about my game. Everything is performing today. It's like my frame rates are all over the place. I mean, I think the focused ones are worth getting because you know what the stats are going to be. So even if it's something where you're not convinced about the actual usage of the Cron, it might be that someone will go, right, use this with this team and it'll help you stop this team beating you. You know what I mean? So, like the Yoda and Chewie Cron, I haven't got the Wookiees in a usable state, I'd say. But I wish I'd got the Cron because I would have been able to use the stats. Yeah, I did forget about the Palp Cron, but yeah, Stranger could be in a funny spot. But then again, next step could be something for him, couldn't it? Tends to be how these things work. Alright, did I open that? I don't think I did. Maybe it caused me issues and I just left it. Yeah, I mean, I've grabbed them all, but I don't know how invested I am in taking them all up. I mean, the Darth Revan one seems the least important. I really need to give this Triumvirate some love. Okay, that's already when we go on there. I think the Luminara one with Qui-Gon or even Queen could be good. Okay, I give this guy respect for having alright resistance except for Hero Poe. We've got Jules End Darth Vader, we've got Gungans, and we've got Saw Gerrera. We've got Lord Vader, Rey. We've got Jabba, and we've got Hondo. You know what? I'm going to just back up a sec. I mean, I've not even considered doing that, I'll be honest. I mean, I haven't been doing R10s anyway, but I feel like in my mind, that's going to be like the last thing I want to do because that signal data just seems so important still. You know, if it's someone like Arnold who's got like thousands of all the signal data, then yeah, I could understand it, but for myself, I'd rather just use some guild currency. Or raid currency. So, 100% armor pen, 100% health, and 70% tenacity. I could understand that, Mol. You never know, there might be a few things where you could put Malik in the team. You know, just to make use of the level 3 as well. Yeah, I mean, like the Dedra one. How I'm viewing it, there could be some fun stuff in it. But I'm not really too worried about having it just for the fact that I know I might not be ending up using Dedra. Whereas, once I've remodded, I'll probably end up using Cassian somehow. So it feels worthwhile getting this Kron done. Okay, let's go here. The Dedra Kron on Lord Vader. I mean, this is, again, what I like about the focused ones, that, you know, they do have pretty definitive stats, so essentially, you know, Mol just saying that, I'm like, okay, you know, I wouldn't think to do that, but it's a good option, isn't it? It's nice that people can just share that. Alright, so let's just plan this one out. I'm assuming this is the Vane Kron we're all used to. No turn meter, but they've got max health damage on 6, so not a perfect Vane Kron, but treated as we've treated all the others. We'll put, if I can find it. There we go, Balin. I watched Vexatron yesterday, and I saw him using just the Queen trio to take down a Rey team. I'm not ballsy enough to do that, but man, it was impressive. I mean, that entire round he did was impressive in terms of, I think, all but 2 attempts he undermanned. You know, so it was it was brilliant to watch. But I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, do I just play it safe with Seer? I can probably afford to. Okay, Jab Jab, we'll go with Afra. Always mean to take Darth Vader out of that. Actually, you know what? Just to play it safe, we'll put B2 in. Then Lord Vader. Turn meter, armor pen, defense. I'm thinking we go with Leia. We could go Stranger. Yeah, I think go Stranger. To be fair, they're making more and more teams that have 4-3 with the other two teams just being whoever. It makes it easy to clear with less than a full team that way. Yeah, that is a fair point. I mean, I think if anything, that video really showed that that is the case. I mean, I think there were a few that were like kind of obvious in terms of, like, say, doing Bane. You know, of course that's going to be a underman, but you know, something like that Queen one, can't say I'd have done it. You know, that was quite scary. With, I think there were a couple of at least one route 10 on Rey. I think there might have been more. So I think it's just going to be interesting when the relics keep rising and just seeing how they scale with Delta. Did I hear that Night Sisters can take down Saw? Ten stamp scene, 90% win rate. Yeah, I've got Marin on defense anyway, but just good information, isn't it? What shall we do here then? I don't really know what Saw could take out, if I'm going to be honest. I feel like Saw should be able to do something, but what, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I want to make sure Chirrut's in there. Okay, so Gungans, Resistance. We're coming up against both of them, so that could be a good opportunity. There's a bit of me that just sometimes feels like I'm always using the same thing, so it's nice to just see, can I try something different? We'll put the Resistance team in, but I'm just going to go custom again. Rebel Fighter. Wouldn't mind removing Captain Rex and putting in Chirrut. I'm sure I've got a couple of Chirrut Crons. Yeah, I've got two. The allied leader's Rebel Fighter. Whenever an ally gains a stack of heal over time, they gain 10% offense. Chirrut also gains 5% turn meter. Okay. Could be a bit cool. Doesn't really answer what I'm going to use to take down Saw, but maybe we do Queen? Queen feels a touch overkill, but maybe go Raver. Actually, saying that, I think we saw... Again, I'm going back to that Vextron video, but I'm sure he did it with just 3 against Saw. Let me just try this a second. Just pop a tune on. Ah, don't have a Grand Inquisitor Cron here. Okay. So that's if you've got Ninth Sister, effectively, that second clause. I suppose we can just use the Cron. It was just that thing of it would have been nice if we could have tried undermanning a bit. I mean, the question I'm thinking here now is 8's better? I mean, this time an enemy is inflicted with Purge. 8th Brother gains 5% offense potency, 10 speed for the rest of the encounter. Whenever an Inquisitor is ally defeats an enemy, 8th gains a bonus turn, removes 100% turn meter from the alliest enemy, ignores Taunt on his bonus turn, and deals 100% bonus damage for 2 turns. Yeah, I think we do stick with that. It seems to have a bit more interesting stuff to it. Gungans. I mean, Bo-Katan seems straightforward there. Hey, Upsop, how you doing? Okay, that's fine with me. Jules End. Kind of want just destroy Jules End. Yeah, more words, more good. That is the general gist, I do agree. That's unlucky. I mean, you saw me earlier in the week. I got a bit frustrated when someone one-tapped pretty much everything I got. It can be very frustrating because you think, how am I meant to beat that? Just looking here, I've got 5 GLs available. Have I actually used one yet? No, I haven't used one yet. So, really, I could do with using some of them a bit. Maybe we just go with Slacker. At least until we know what the Batwolf got. Okay, I think we're actually in a good position here in terms of planning and all that. Let's drag this over here. We'll start with Hondo. Your Tire Bomber got nuked out before you could cleanse the buffs a second time. That is unfortunate. I mean, this is why I don't like doing the profundity off methods. Also, to be honest, I try and do Radis over Malevolence just because I find that a little bit more straightforward. Jules End? Ralicate. Double Omicron. I feel like I need a little voice thing there going, ouch time. Yeah, I mean, the Tire Bomber's great in that battle, but it's where, if it does go wrong, it feels bad. There's no other way around it. Yeah, I haven't got the Moff Gideon Kron, so I wouldn't even go near that with DTMG. We're all good here, aren't we? Yeah. Alright, so I'm just remembering it. We don't use this ability because it dispels buffs and we want them to have tenacity up, I believe it is. We don't use this ability because we don't want them stunned, I believe. We want Vayne stunned, but we don't want the others stunned. So, yeah, I think that's the gist of it. Alright, let's go. Also, just sod's law, I've now just started getting a bit cold. Just thought I'd mention it. Right, Vayne. Let's do that. Oof, okay. Didn't really want that. Cool. Let's do that. Just basic. Cool. Shrug. Call in Marok. Basic. I want Vayne out. Come on. Oosh. There we go. I wanted the stun there. That's why I was using the ability. Okay, and there we go. Ooh. 74. Okay, what next? I was going to say, please register. Alright, it is up. Okay, let's get the Ufus in. We got Seer, we got Malicos, we got Fulcrum, we've got not you, Starkiller, Maul, and Crew. Hello, Breeze. How you doing? Ooh, I didn't DC this. Let's have a look. We need something with armor and. Yeah, they're both a bit choppy, I won't deny it. Certainly not by choice. We're going to go with this one. I'm pretty sure that's what that Kron was meant to be. Unfortunately, I can't really do too much about it, so I've just got to try and push through a little bit. And at least hope it doesn't lag the game too badly. Doing okay? How about you? I'm doing alright. Aforementioned lagginess kind of irritating me, but other than that, I'm doing fine. How about yourself? Let's have a quick sip of my drink, assuming I've got a drop in here. No worries, Sam. No worries. Let's get in here. R5 sortie, that could be helpful. Let's just go on Kenobi for now. And you need to get Cal out as well, so just a bit of juggling. Let's do that for now. Throw some rocks. Don't know if that's going to be enough. Nope. In short. Okay. Ooh. Didn't like that. Alright, we've got 42 stacks. I'm going to use it just to try and take some turns as much as anything. Wow, we're just about standing. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, sortie goes. Ooh. Yeah, let's just do that. Right, Ben goes. Okay. Okay, Cal out. Basic. No point using the special on Maul. That should DI Maul. Ugh, God, this is not nice. Alright, here she goes. Alright, wow, just about hanging in there. See, this is awkward because we've got to get Ben out. Okay, right, that's in the yellow. Yeah. Okay. Not the way I wanted that to go. But I think we have made that cleaner. I am curious if I could have won first time with Queen. Sorry, I'm just selecting my Queen team. Do I put gas in here? Yeah, for sure, Starkill is helpful if you've got the ability to bring him in. I need him for Stranger. Yeah, JML's a decent shout. Maybe we just do gas, yeah. I mean, I was trying to look for a queen comp that I liked in terms of like Moralics and all that, but just going full gas would be enough. Let's go with this Heracron. And say Armor Pen, bust allies, recover health and protection, bit of protection and crit damage. Seems a good match for gas. Okay, not the best choice of target there. Let's revise that. Okay, there's the Whirlwind. I feel like it was a little bit early, but okay. Form up. My concern here is that she's probably got another Whirlwind ready. Oh no, she's in ult, so that's fine. Alright, let's whittle Ray down a little bit. See, I want to yeet Ben, but I need to get Ray down a bit more. Right. Form up, please. Thank you. Okay, we should be able to yeet Ben. There we go. Yeah, ult sadly, but hopefully we can survive it. I'll say hopefully, you know. Without issue, I should say. Yeah, we're fine. Ooh. There we go, 37. All right. All very quiet. We can do Lord Vader next. Let's get this stranger one out of the way, and then it is Aphra against Lord Vader. I don't know what's happened here. All I was trying to do was change tracks. Oh, that was not the button I meant. Okay, I think we're okay here. Okay, so just thinking, don't we take a turn at this point? Yeah. Let's just dispel. I'm not too worried about Starkiller getting Order 66. Bring the Sky down. I actually thought there were more buffs there. I think I think I just saw a load of green rather than the actual reality that they weren't buffs but lot buffs. Alright, let's hit Lord Vader. I was going to say, if I can get one more turn, that'd be ideal. $63. Where it is pretty funny that Lord Vader is a counter to Stranger, yet Stranger just blows away Lord Vader. Alright, we got Aphra. And we got IG-90. Okay. This should be alright. Okay, so we're going to increase cooldowns. Bring in the droid. There we go, get around that taunt. I don't really mind that we didn't assist there. There we go, very nice. Alright, I'm going to get an Armor Shred on Chrysanthemum just to try and get him down a little bit faster. We do the Mass Assist on Embo. Ooh. Let's just basic. And again. Okay, so B2 goes AOI. Lovely. Protection, disruption, you gotta love it. Just basic there, keep the taunt on the droid. Alright, be very nice if we get rid of that opponent's protection. IG-90's the droid at the back. $65. Alright, let's do this again. You have returned, Sam. Hope you're doing all right, man. So the front wall's gone down okay. I mean, the Ray team didn't go as planned, but everything else, one shot, pretty decent banners. Looks like we've saved enough stuff for the back wall with good reason. Let's show you what they've got when the game loads up. It's well, actually, yeah. Let's just show you. We've got Ahsoka, Stranger, and Wookiees. Relic 10 Stranger. So how I figure it, we're going to do Leia on Ahsoka. Stranger. Feels so awkward with the Stranger because part of me just wants to Satele it. But I'm not trusting Satele at the moment. I don't know if I've got a modded poorly or if it's just something I'm not knowing about the team. So, I'm really in two minds. I don't want to be trying Queen if I can help it. But it's actually saying that it's a Relic 8 Maul, isn't it? So, not really a good idea. It's not so much that Satele's bad, it's just that I don't think I've got the knack of using her down. If you like to be Token Ezra, you just have to R9 the Ahsokas, R7 the Doctor, and Padawan Sabine, R8 Plo Koon to have GL Ahsoka Rex done. I mean, Ezra's not a bad use of it in terms of it's, you know, just one of those you can kind of throw away a bit like, alright, that one's out of the way, I don't have to think now. The Ahsokas were a bit of a chore, I won't deny that. But Fulcrum is quite useful for TW, so there is that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a shame they've done what they've done with Ezra, but I do understand it. I mean, the team comp was not fun to face. Oh. I assume we're not getting this for free. 1424. I'm just so on the fence with the teal. Yeah, 52% win rate. Not high. Black is only 58%. It's a bit of a headache, I'm not going to lie. I've already used Balin. I've already used Stranger. King Hondo's on defense. So Slacker is statistically the next best option. It's what gets me, because Satele does feel like a solid option for it. But I just haven't got the knack of the battle. It always seems to go against me. Not to mention, this is a very chunky Stranger team. We do Mark first. Starkiller. Let's have a look at this, what people have used against them. Yeah, other people are using Satele. It feels like something where I'm just going to have to give it a go, even though I'm not confident. Yeah, that isn't a lot. Go on, let's throw that on. I mean, the Wookiees I'm not too worried about for now. Let's see. Right, okay, so you go for Visas first rather than Starkiller. I mean, Visas here is 261. And just clarifying, you're talking about my Revan, not... Well, yeah, of course it's my Revan. Whose Revan would it be? So... Yeah, my Revan's 331. But I'm assuming, based on what you're saying, speed isn't necessarily a determining factor. Like, she could go for another reason. Okay. I'm guessing it's purely because she uses the revive with the AI. So if she uses it, you need to... You can go for Starkiller. If she doesn't use it, then you need to stop her from using it. Right. Let's see how this goes. I'll try and go as slow as I can. Just give anyone a chance to chip in. Okay. Oof. Okay, so she went first. Okay. Let's pass that there, I guess. Okay, Visa's out. Okay, we'll do that. If it's any consolation, I'm seeing it. Ooh, okay. There we go. He's just getting out at the mark. Okay, we can revive to my knowledge. Oh. Alright, can we swap with Satil? Okay, Barris down. Right, come on, this can't be it, surely. There we go. Pass that to Jolie. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Yeah, I feel like Barris was playing a little trick on me, but... Yeah. I'm just glad that we won that, because I wasn't entirely convinced about what I was doing. Never a good thing when you're trying to win a battle. But yeah, we should get good banners now. Good call on the auto Adam as well. Just to get through it as quick as we can. There we go. But yeah, that has been irritating me for most of this season, that when I've been trying to do that battle, it's just not been going well. And, you know, that was one of the reasons I wanted to take Satil to Relic 9, so that I've got a good Stranger counter. So, well, actually, in that, it's also why I've had Stranger on offense for most of the season, because I think, well, what's the point of having him on defense if he's not going to hold? I'm going to say, I'll take the solace there, if you like, in the sense, right idea, just maybe needed tweaked a little. You always start with Satil's third ability since it damages everyone over a second, which stuns. The only reason I went for that one was I saw it gives offense and death pen, I think. So I was thinking maybe that'll just help Revan get the Starkiller out. AoE stack? Is that to do with Juhani? Oh, the AoE stacks protection. Right, okay. Yeah, definitely filed that under one I didn't know. Fingers crossed. I mean, we got through it, but it's not one that I actually enjoy. Let's say that. Okay, let's send in Laria. Oh, I missed her. I really need to get Jin a Rallic. I'm gonna say it's a little rough, isn't it, when you just see all these are happy with it and then Jin's just pulling them back a bit. I also don't know. I mean, I've got hope that they could, but if I'm right, Soka counterattacking will now deal true damage to all enemies, so that's where it could fall apart, because if they're able to actually damage the sides, I don't know if it will affect Spirit. I wouldn't have thought of cracks. I feel like Adrad Jin's just become the norm, but this is what I was saying the other day, and it does irritate me that they've obviously done the change, or they're going to do the change to Ezra. And I'm like, well, is Adrad Jin what you intended for Leia, considering it was meant to be old Ben Kanan? You know, by that logic, they should make it so that these two can't work, or that, God forbid, how things are at the moment, they don't auto-target Jin. So, you know, it's one of those where it does have this vibe of, we like this thing happening, but we don't like this thing happening. Yeah, I've been getting in the habit with that with TW a little bit. Oh, hello. My doggo's just turned up. You not had any fuss for a bit? Right, come on up. Right, don't get caught. Okay. Let's see, shall we do... Pull that on Drogon. Pass that there. Did I say cat? I did mean dog. And so my cat's actually under my desk. If I wasn't short on cameras, I would be tempted to do a cat cam. Alright, can we get a kill? A little bit greedy. Okay, give Ezra a smack. Oh, hang on, that's a lot of text. Okay, don't mind going for Ezra still, because it'll just cleanse, etc. Equalize. Okay, again, don't mind the ult. Cool, alright. Burn, baby, burn. Let's focus Sabine, pull the turn meter. Cool. It'd be really nice if we could get some banners back. Ooh, 64. That isn't bad. All right, let's just go here a minute, just while I'm. Here we go. Ooh. Come on. Oh. Let me have a read of. Whoa, that was mad. Okay, so hello, drafts. By the way, I've just seen Nice Doggy. Yeah, going to say she's been a big Marb baby, so I thought I could pick her up for 5. Phil, you think the biggest difference is that Ezra was designed to be a lifter for Glat, but was often used elsewhere? Adrad and Jin would lay, but isn't taking anything. Yeah, I do agree with that. I mean, I think if Adrad was needed somewhere, it would be to the detriment of the game. But yeah, it's probably okay as it is. I think it's just that idea of, there are things that the community do that they didn't want us to do, but we've kind of got away with it, That's kind of where I was going. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if anything, I've had that a fair few times in TW. Before that little strat that was mentioned about getting R2 to stealth Jin, there was the odd occasion where Adrad just got focused, and when that happens, you're dead and buried. Adam, yeah, can ask for advice, man. One second. Malikos work. Can I just ask? I don't think I'm seeing YouTube chat. If there's anyone been on YouTube, I apologise for not responding to chat. My chatbot thing obviously didn't want to tell me. Can I bring it up here? Yeah, it's here. I'm so sorry about that, YouTube. I'm not a ignorant so-and-so like this made me out to be. Yeah, AK. We got Cornby as well. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, folks. There we go. I'm glad I just switched the screen. It gave me a chance to just see some of the messages. All right. Just try and catch up a little bit. So you still dislike the Relic Rex for the journey guide. You enjoyed seeing just how low gear would complete the journeys. I mean, I get the point. For me, I always felt like it was worth overshooting anyway. Like take the Ewoks. I absolutely love taking them to Relics just to make the 3PO event a breeze. So I suppose it depends what people want from the events. Do you want to try and cheese them with as little as possible? Do you want to overshoot them and sort of say, yeah, it's easy if you do this? But I get your point. It's like, as soon as you put the requirements in, it's like, you've got to have this. You can't choose to. Combi just came in here to trade a subscription for advice beating Cassian. Oh, I'm glad the chat helped out. I'm going to say, as far as Cassian, I think I've heard that Raver's working at the moment. And there might have been one more that's just eluding me right now. But I know I'd had Raver in my head if faced it myself. Ada, you've woke. Hello there. How are you doing? Alright, go back here. I'm going to pop you on the ground, by the way. Yeah, that might be the other one. I'll be honest, Afro, I feel like I glue her to Jabba. So, it's where you got to juggle your counters a little bit, isn't it? Because it's like, I saw that yesterday with Vex's video that feels countering Jabba, so maybe if you're not facing strangers, she can do that, and Afro can do a Cassian. So, yeah, it's quite interesting just sort of seeing the rock, paper, scissors element of counters sometimes. Yep, that's my stream delay for some reason. I don't know if you saw in the Discord, but you're making Nightfall do things. I have not seen it yet, but I will keep my eye out for it. Oh, okay, I think... I feel like I've missed something still. Let me bring my chat back up. Here we go. I'm curious what Adam's question was. You have problems with the Bane versus Lord Vader matchup. He just dies mid-battle for you. I'll admit, I've been doing Bane with C if I do Lord Vader. Even then, last round, it didn't work for me. I feel like... I don't really know if there's actually anything in particular that I can say to advise for that, because I think a lot of it does seem to come down to Relic Delta and Datacron choices. I mean, for myself, I've gone with health Datacrons, but I feel like it's just a straightforward answer, you know. It's like, yeah, he wants health. I mean, I don't know if Armor Pen might be an alternative option. I used to use it when we had the Attacker Crons and all, you know, that kind of jazz. But I don't know if it's worth pulling an Attacker Cron from something you know you need it for to try it. Yeah, I think that's a fair point with Starkiller as well, Phil. I mean, it's like earlier on it was mentioned using Starkiller with Seer, and I was like, if I hadn't got Stranger, I would do that. But you kind of do get forced to do it, don't you? And it's right, you know, it is the better choice, better team with Stranger, but it's just become a common thing to create super teams, and I think this is like one of those steps they're trying to take to stop us doing that. You'd one per FTC the Chewies. My one per FTC's on defense with Love Vader. So, did I actually settle on the counter here? I don't think I did. Oh, I was going to see Bane. That's not too bad. You R8 Bane with 133k HP, 60k protection. I mean, for the record, I do like the idea of an R10 Bane. Yeah, I think for myself, let me. I've still got my Bane, haven't I? Here we go. I mean, this is what I'm rocking at Relic 8. So, a little bit more health. You've got 133, I've got 145. Speed's a lot lower. I mean, I don't really bother with him being too fast. I think there was something I used to mod for. I don't know if I've still got it in the stats for armor. It looks like I do. Yeah, just bits of defense. Not so much, I feel like it helps, but well, it helps as in this necessity. But a lot of the time we're wanting him to hang in there, so defense does feel like a solid stat to put in there. I mean, would R9 help? I mean, I would say probably, only because he likes relics. But I can't say you do R9 and suddenly that problem will go away. It's just it might be less prevalent. In Steel vs Strange Fight, you should have targeted Starkiller vs Stranger, Barris Maul. That is actually what we did. Well, in fairness, we actually went for Barris then Stranger because Barris was just making Stranger a little bit too thick. But yeah, it's like I say, the turn order for that has been screwing with my head a little bit the last couple of weeks. So hopefully this has now got it locked down a little bit. Granted, as we're going to 3v3 season. Alright, let's lock in this just while we've got a minute. I'll be disappointed if any of the front wall teams make me regret doing this. Yeah, that's what was being said with Rayrock here on Twitch. It's not something I'd actually taken into consideration before, but it's kind of good to actually have a look at it. You know, in terms of future rounds, I will keep an eye on Visas. I think that might have been what caught me out before that. I'd get Starkiller out, then Visas would revive, and it's like, oh, now I've got to do it again. Let's just do that for this turn. trying to think who the damage dealers are here. Right, let's just go for Tarful. The streamer's struggling today, yeah. I've got to do some tech support over the next couple of days, work out what's going on. It's a bit like that. You know, that was laggy as all lack. Oof. All right. I mean, yeah, I don't really know what to say. Let's just go for Clone Wars Chewie. Oof. Damn, I think I'm out here. Can't recover health. Oh, just about, but Tarful could one-shot me. Oh, wow. This is scary. Ooh. 63. Damn. Yeah, that's an excuse to build up with your Wookiees. So if I'd have done Bane with another Sith, it would have been a bit smoother. Okay. I mean, to be honest, right, at that point it just felt like D was the better choice, just in terms of I might as well do the rule of 2, but... The Foresight was the issue. You know, you got rid of the first lot, but then straight away there's another load coming in. Which makes sense, because Yoda and Chewie do have it on special, don't they? Right. I want to try this, because I don't remember the last time I've used Saw. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then Chirrut Kron. I think it's Luthen letting the team down here. My PC, I think, is the issue. I was showing it off at the start of the stream. Let me just bring it up. I can only put it down to something that's going to go on here. I wouldn't mind, but it isn't normally this laggy. Well, I say normally this laggy. It's not normally laggy. But yeah. Like, for some reason the game... well, actually, the game has taken up a load of resources. That's fair. Discord's taken up a lot. I mean, maybe I'll shut that down. That would help. Yeah, OBS is demanding a fair bit. The only reason I've got Chrome open is for just keep an eye on what my counters are. So yeah, a little bit frustrating. Anyway, let's give this a go. shall we start with this? Okay, throw them down. I mean, it's weird. I've only ever had Windows 11 on this PC. So it feels weird that it would be that kind of problem, but honestly, at this point, I'm not entirely sure what the solution is. You know, it's only been 2 streams it's been like this. You need 1 blue data and it just ain't dropping. I feel like the changes they made with the Cantina, you know, in terms of adding the extra nodes, they've been useful. I mean, I know I've benefited from getting a load of green signal data when I'm farming the blues. And it's just taking the stress out of some of my earlier farms. Well, I'd say earlier farms, like the lower relic farms. Sorry, I think I just had my platoon assignments come through and I'm like, wow, I've got a lot today. But yeah, just in that sense, it's I lost my train of thought there, sorry. Windows 11 does suck the OS's straight eruption, it's well known. I mean, I haven't really got an opinion on it. To me, it's Windows, you know. I didn't really experience Windows 10. I've already used gas. I used it to clean up the ray that I dropped on. So against Saw, we're going to do Raver. Drafts your current Bronzium 5, you did 1032 score. Nice. I'm going to say, I'm just trying to keep my brackets in my head here. Is that putting you in line with a promotion? So the win could do it. Bye-bye, Baze. Lovely. Man, oh man. 8th go, bruh. Yeah, I was gonna say, my turn. Cornby, one staying Kappa 1 between seasons, pretty hyped. GG's, man. I managed to do it last season, I think it was. I dropped straight down to Kappa 2 at the start of the season, so yeah. It was a little bit of a bummer that, but being in Kappa 1 for the off season always feels nice. I think I'm too far away now to get back in. I've had a 4-4 season as it stands, so yeah, a bit of a push to get in for the final round. Oh, add you in. Come on. I respect that, Sam. In a way, I kind of reminisce on those easier days. And then I think I enjoy my crystals. You prefer to drop to Cav 2, not so many annoying teams or Datacrons. Yeah, that is for sure. I mean, I know for myself, I've kind of embraced Datacrons. There was a point when I was really frustrated with the whole thing. But I think I've just come to accept they're a part of the game. Ugh, okay. Let's do that. Ouch. Yeah, let's pass that there. Okay, Palps is down. I really don't want Stormtrooper taking a turn. Go on, let's do that. There we go. Yeet gone. $61, we'll take it. Yeah, I mean, that is the other thing. I mean, I caught up finally to full complement this past, 5 months? So that's definitely helped me and sort of been on that 2-to-1 border. I know before I had Hondo and Ahsoka, it was definitely not straightforward being that high. So when you've got a few more, Sam, you'll get there. Yeah, that is the thing. I think that's what happened to me, to be honest. I remember I looked at my score, and I looked like I was in a Kyber 2 skill rating, but I was still in Kyber 1. So, yeah, it was frustrating, but on the plus side... Oh, I say the plus side. At least I've sort of got that incentive to try and push again for Kyber 1, but... it makes you wonder if it's worth it. R17 Inquisitors is not a bad shout anyway, drafts. With the Gungans, we're going to do Mandalorians. Although saying that, we've got Kenobi, haven't we? Yeah, we've got Kenobi and JML. Yeah, I was going to do Mandalorians, but it feels rude to leave both of them on the bench. Yeah, this could be a very rare round where I don't use JMK. Because I think it makes more sense to use Cal. Sorry, JML with Cal. Yeah, for territory battles, you're going to need them at R7. Great Mothers are on defense. I'll finish this battle and then I'll show you my defense. You're waiting Proving Grounds to try Kylo on a few of them, yeah. Right, let's... ability block. Let's skip this track if I can, because it's causing everything to lag. Let's pass that to Knight Luke. Okay, that... Okay, I thought we would have got a counter there, but oh well. Let's just pass that to Hoda. Get that off Master Luke. Here we go. Full Cal. Yeah, 65. To be honest, with that kind of battle, I don't think you can really go too far wrong. The other day, I did a 3-man with it, and yeah, that went messier, but with 5, it's fairly secure. What placed on my front walls? We've got Ray-Ban, Cal, RJT, and Kenobi. We got Glatt. We got Honda with the Vayne-Cron. We got Love Vader with the Wampa-Cron. And then down south, I put Maz, even though I really should have refigured that. I've just not had time to switch my defense up this week. So I should have put the Athana-Cron there. Great Mothers have been doing okay. Omega with the Crosshair Cron, that'll probably come off defense this round after this round. And the Gungans. So yeah. Oh, you haven't drafts. That's brilliant, man. I'm gonna say, I'm pleased to hear that, mate. I mean, alright, I'm just trying to get a few of my thoughts together. We had another scare with my mum last couple of weeks. We went to the GP, and she went in there. She did like a test, and they said to her, "You've probably got bladder cancer." So within the next 14 days, we were at the hospital having tests done, etc. And thankfully, they came back and said, "No, it isn't that. It's something else." But yeah, it was one of those where you just think. But yeah, the reason I've just brought my mum up is just for the fact that I know one of the last times I asked you about it was when that was all going on. So I was respecting my mum's privacy and not mentioning it. But at the time I was thinking, two people going through it at the same time kind of thing. So I'm glad just as my mum pulled out, you did as well. Yeah, honestly, it was a little scary. But yeah, like I say, we've had a couple of these scares now. So we don't take chances if there's anything potentially there or anything. But it doesn't make it less scary, you know what I mean? Yeah, at this point, Dross, I wouldn't blame you for telling it F off. It's like... That's more than enough for anyone. Right. Let me just get my head together again. Shall we do Prof, Leviathan, Executor? That seems like a good set. What to tell it to F off? I'm going to say I'll gladly tell Cancer to F off. Now, that I can believe. There's a show that we've been watching, Race Across the World. I don't know if there's a international equivalent, but essentially in the 3rd season of it, they did a race across Canada, and I think it was from Vancouver to... I can't remember what the final destination was. I won't say Alberta, but I was probably wrong there. It was essentially West Coast of Canada to East Coast. And I'll tell you what, that season... I mean, I knew Canadians as a people are generally polite and friendly, but man, oh man, when I was watching some of the things they were doing to sort of help these people doing the race... Ooh. Certainly lived up to the reputation. Oh, hang on, I'm glad I caught that. I didn't put the right ship in. Okay. We didn't mess up. New calendar in the game store. Appreciate the info. Go and say, drafts. Am I going to see Mando and Grogu? I would like to. At this moment in time, I'm not too sure, but if I can find a way to go, I will be. Let's pull that out of stealth. Go on, we'll do that. Yeah, I've not been a pirate on the Seven Seas for a... Well, let's just say I haven't done it for some time. Okay, Y-wings low and down. That feels sporty that we didn't get that last turn. Are you waiting on Mortal Kombat 2? You know, the only thing I've seen about that is that Carl Urban's in it. Just feels like an interesting contrast with the Boys being out, or the final season of the Boys. I think I've heard of the character Johnny Cage. For whatever reason, I never played Mortal Kombat. I always used to play Tekken when I was growing up. I know they did a movie on that once, but it was like... I don't even know what you could class it as, like a B tier, F tier movie. Zero budget, I'm guessing. I never saw it, but I heard the reviews. I'm not too surprised they're doing a Street Fighter film. I mean, I know for myself, I will try and see it regardless of how it performs. It's more a case of, can I actually go and see it? It's actually one of my favourite nights. Yeah, I will put that as one of my favourite nights. I remember Force Awakens in the cinema. I'd been working doing data entry at this post office data centre. And just walking out from there, you could just have a 5-minute walk and you were by the cinema. So I said to myself I was going to go on my own and watch it after my shift finished. And I just remember I went go Mackey's after my shift. Add that. And then, for half an hour, I was just sitting in the foyer, just watching people come in, and you got, the kids, allowed to stay up, watch the new film, and got a few other older people, I'll say old people, like my own age at the time, coming in, maybe a few in costumes. It was pretty cool. I have seen Sam. I'll be honest, right? I didn't know if it was worth you guys setting up a channel for it, because it feels like the video games channel in the server's been blowing up with it. 1, 2, 3, 4 in case. I've already got enough on my plate. 3 YouTube channels, 2 games. I think I'll pass, but thought appreciated. Just wish to do a Revan series of movies. I'm a little surprised they haven't tapped into Revan more. I mean, the New Republic film... sorry, not New Republic film. Old Republic game, KOTOR remastered. That's way overdue now. I mean, I'm not saying anything no one's thought already, but that really needs to be accelerated. The Leviathan Rex are a little bit lengthy. There's 2 Relic 9s involved drafts. You need Darth Malak and Darth Revan at Relic 9. Not to say you can't do it, it's just a bit of a long one. I still need to play KOTOR. I mean, I played it a bit. You know, like if you go on my YouTube channel, there's a playlist where I did play it, and it doesn't feel like I gave it enough of a run. But yeah, I need to revisit it at some point. But I think in my mind, I kept saying, well, they could do the remaster, so I'll play that. Feels foolhardy when you think back. Okay, so we'll isolate that. Now that doesn't surprise me. I know that KOTOR has got like one of the most vocal fan bases in the Star Wars fan base. So yeah, I am not at all surprised that there are like loads of fan stories. Or lore videos. I mean, I can't help but wonder if they're going to bring some Legends characters into the game again. Because they deliberately left Mara Jade as the Emperor's hand. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if they did something like Jacen Solo. I don't know how they could tie that into anything, but it would be pretty cool. Yeah, we're going to drop a banner here. $18.25 final score. I feel like I could have got better, but I'll take it. You're hoping for a Mara Jade Skywalker as a JML lifter. It would be pretty nice. I mean, I know that by all accounts, Lucasfilm have said they're not going to go down the Mara Jade route, but it'd be nice if Twago could at least tip the hat to it a little bit more. Here it is. Taking its time. There we go. That is just that. Drafts, it's a rumor. I believe that as much as Donald Trump's working for world peace. I didn't mean to go so heavily political there, but I just couldn't help myself. Let me do something, because, you know, when you've just said something slightly controversial, why not just go a little bit like this? Yeah, I'm on. Let me get my YouTube up. I do try to stay partisan. I know there will be some people who have different opinions. I remember last general election in the UK, I dared to voice my opinion on who I was voting for, and I got a comment saying, alright, I'm going to have to unsub from your channel, and I'm like, oh, cheers. Right, can I just share my channel in the chat? Here we go, JJ Snap. I'll say it's a brand new channel. It's been around since... Well, it's been around for a month now. So, I know a lot of you don't play Marvel Snap. A sub would be appreciated, though, just to help grow it up a little bit. And to be honest, I feel like I've actually been getting some decent traction. You know, like 210 views for a, 21 sub channel? I'm calling that decent numbers. Doing a free-to-play starter series, which is also why the game's taking up a bit of my time, because I'm doing 2 accounts at the moment there. Try and do decks around things that may be not as meta, so yeah, just dipping my toe into different things. And then I've got a Let's Play channel, but that's always popping up in the chat. The last election, it wasn't so much big in the sense of, like, it's not like a general election. You know, it's basically just... How I think of it is a bit like the midterms for the US. You know, it's not going to force anyone out, but it certainly gives a flavour of what the country are thinking. So, yeah. It was interesting, let's say that. There's been fallout already. I'm looking forward to the World Cup to a degree. Yeah, I feel a little bit awkward about it, just for the fact that I've already just made a joke about the US president. And yeah, I feel like that does detract from potential enjoyment a little bit. I mean, 11th of June it kicks off, apparently. A little bit of a way off, I guess. Oh, okay, fair enough. I mean, the only reason I brought the midterms up, I know that they're coming up a couple of months' time, is it, in the US? So it just felt relatively comparable. But yeah, it is probably more local and state. You know, I'm actually intrigued to see some of the stadiums in Mexico and Canada. I mean, I'm not saying I'm disinterested in the US, but I feel like Mexico and Canada are 2 countries I don't see enough of. You know, again, I've been watching that Race Across the World, and they did 2 parts in Mexico very briefly. One was in Mexico City, the other one was in Cancun. And I've actually been to Cancun, very nice place. But it was just fun seeing, like, the different areas of the country that I obviously didn't get to visit. So, yeah, I would like to see, even if it's just on TV, a bit more of Mexico. And obviously, Canada, I haven't seen enough of it, even though there was a full series of that show there. I mean, that's still decent, 55, 60k and 40 to 45k. You know, you're probably going to get decent attendances. I mean, by all accounts, the biggest trouble, if you like, for the US venues is going to be the travel. I mean, what I've heard is that the price of getting public transport to the stadium is going to cost more than the entire, like, traveling around the last World Cup cost. I mean, if that is the case, that's ridiculous. I mean, I get the idea of like a capitalist society, if you like, and, you know, the organisers can do what they want, but yeah, it sucks a bit. Yeah. That sounds about right. You know, say you're going to do one thing and then do the complete opposite. I'm also wary of being a hypocrite when I say this, because I can't remember 2012 with the London Olympics, but it wouldn't surprise me if we hadn't done something similar. We probably didn't, but for all I know, we did. Oh, I've just realised, Sam, I never gave either of these two treats. Okay, well, you're owed some, because I haven't got any up here. This woke up my cat, though. I haven't seen these for a bit. Chicken. Yeah, that is a valid point. I mean, I think that's one of the things that still boggles my mind a little bit in terms of, as much as I would like to visit the US, you know, in terms of I'd like to see some of the touristy kind of things. I imagine there's just so much that you wouldn't even begin to think, you know, in terms of, like, it's like with Australia, for instance. I've always got this thing where I want to talk to Jacko about it, because I know that Australia is very barren for large parts of it. But you see things like Sydney, and you've got the Sydney Opera House, all that kind of stuff. It just seems like a contrast between the metropolitan areas, and then you've got the barren areas. And I imagine to a degree America's a bit like that. Go on, let me just do a quick Google of that. Nope, not that one. Alright, I do love that as a stat. The Appalachian Trail, also called the AT, is a hiking trail in eastern United States extending almost 2,200 miles between Springer Mountain in Maine and passing through 14 states. Oh, wow. They're not just a short walk. Claims to be the world's longest hiking-only trail. More than 3 million people hike segments of it each year. I love the fact that it does specify segments, i.e. no one probably does it the entire way. Wow. Now, genuinely, that's something I've never heard of. I feel like I should have heard of it, but yeah. Oh, by the way, I am looking on Wikipedia, so yeah, feel free to add it. But yeah. I'm a little surprised I've never heard of that. Or at least enough that I'd remember it. I need to watch more travel shows. I need to see more of the world, even if I can't actually go out into the world. Let's have a gander. What am I seeing? No events, activity, or programming will be allowed at the Olympic Stadium between April 25th, July 19th. That doesn't surprise me. I think, you know, they do sometimes have that. Fields used for the FIFA World Cup cannot be used for other purposes for a period of 23 months. Wow. That's very restrictive. Like, the first bit I kind of understand in terms of... Actually, saying that, I thought that was April 26, not April 25. That is mad. I mean, why would you need that much time? Well, hang on, maybe I did read that right. Maybe it is April 25th, 2026. But yeah, if that was requiring, what, 12, 13, or 15 months of blackout, it'd be ridiculous. Yeah, and I can imagine that hurt because, unless I'm mistaken, Montreal's a very busy city or province, isn't it? Yeah, that's vaguely I remember the Formula One. I mean, I'm certainly not in shape right now, so me thinking about hiking is like the least likely thing in my mind. But I've got this image of like when I was 8, I think, and we were on this like field trip kind of thing, and I don't even know where we went. It was like, all I know it was some hilly kind of place, and I just remember it was like one of the most horrendous hikes I think I've ever done. Just for the fact that it was like so much climbing and mud, and I'm not that much of a mucky person in general, you know, so yeah, it was not a fun day for me, that. I think a standard hike would be alright, but I think when you've got like climbing and all that, it's like, ugh. Sure, I mean, honestly, I think that's one where I certainly appreciate looking, if not ever think to myself I could do. Right. I am going to clock off just for the fact that my stomach is rumbling. I don't know if you guys can hear it. And I could do with getting my dinner started. So, I say dinner. Tea. It's tea. Got a bit of an interesting choice. RSG, Rabid Beaver, Bones. I think they're the English ones. We've got a few European options. Rabid Beaver's just gone online, I think, so I'm going to go there just to give him a little boost. Alright, let's get the raid launched. $40,934 tickets have been purchased. Stadium's capacity at 69,000. Ooh. I bet there's going to be a fire sale near the end. Alright, quick thank yous. We had the subscription on YouTube from Gustavo Hilario. Thank you very much for that, Gustavo. I will be back now on Thursday on Twitch. We're going to carry on with The Last of Us Part 2 playthrough I've been doing on Grounded. And that'll be the same Friday and Monday. Then next Thursday we'll be back with Swaggo GAC on both Twitch and YouTube. So if that interests you at all, you've got your times and dates there, as it were. So hopefully I'll see you then. Alright, let's get the outro sorted. Alright. Alright, bye for now, everyone.